Welcome to Mimi Stories 256. Please like, subscribe, and comment. A like means support. Let's continue with our next chapter of The Price of Her Belonging. Seeing her like this, the grandmother felt agitated. "If you're not well, then I'm not well either," the old woman continued, her voice shaking slightly. "If you're sick, then I'll get sick too. So come on, my precious girl, tell Grandma what the problem is." Jenny's chest rose and fell in a dramatic sigh. Then, as if overwhelmed by her grandmother's affection and worry, her tears began to flow. "Grandma, I'm sorry," she whimpered, her voice cracking perfectly. "It's just, I knew you wouldn't allow it, which is why I didn't say anything before. I didn't want to worry you. I didn't want to trouble anyone." The grandmother's face paled, her hands trembling as she reached for Jenny. She was visibly shaken, her composure unraveling. "Come here, come to Grandma," the old woman pleaded. "Sit with me. Tell me whatever it is, I'll fix it for you. You know you are my world." Her words were meant to sound soothing, but the quiver in her voice betrayed her fear. Nothing unnerved her more than the sight of her beloved granddaughter in tears. For Jenny, it was a small but significant victory, the perfect response she had hoped for. "Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Mom and Dad," Jenny continued, her head lowered in an artful display of guilt and helplessness. "I never meant to worry all of you." Her parents exchanged a quick glance before offering warm, reassuring smiles. "It's okay, sweetheart," her mother said softly. "But please tell us what's wrong. We can't help if we don't know." Her father nodded, leaning in with an expression of gentle insistence. "Yes, Jenny, now's the time to tell us everything." Jenny let her gaze drift to her grandmother once more, then allowed herself a subtle inhale. She knew she had the room's attention, had them exactly where she wanted them. All that remained was the perfect moment to reel them in. Jenny's sobs filled the room, her voice trembling as she cried out, "I don't want you all to die, like that girl's mother did. I don't want to be left all alone. I was so scared last night I couldn't sleep." Her grandmother leaned forward, visibly distressed, her hands shaking as she reached toward Jenny. "Don't say such things, my darling," she pleaded hurriedly. "No one is going to die. We're all here for you, safe and sound. You'll never be alone." Jenny's cries intensified, her breath hitching as she shook her head vehemently. "But what if you all do die one day, Grandma? Just like her mother. What will I do then?" "I don't want to lose anyone. I don't want to lose you." Her words spilled out in a frantic torrent. Her grandmother's face turned ashen, her lips trembling. She had never seen her precious granddaughter so broken, so vulnerable. "Where did you get such an idea, dear?" Her father interjected softly, his voice calm but edged with concern. "Her mother didn't die. She was sick, yes, but the doctor said she would be fine. No one has died." Jenny lifted her tear-streaked face to look at her father, her eyes wide with despair. "But Dad, we don't really know that, do we? What if the doctors were wrong? What if they're hiding something?" Her mother stepped forward, her expression one of determination mixed with worry. "Sweetheart, if it will ease your fears, we'll send someone to the hospital to check on her condition. Would that make you feel better?" Jenny sniffled, her cries abating slightly. But as her mother's words sank in, she shook her head again, her tone resolute. "No, I don't want someone else to go. I want to go myself. What if she's already dead and they lie to us? I need to see for myself." She turned her tearful gaze toward her grandmother, gauging her reaction carefully. The older woman was trembling now, visibly shaken by Jenny's anguish. "Oh, my dear, you mustn't think that way," she said, her voice fraught with worry. "We can't let you go to the hospital. It's too much for you." Jenny lowered her head, her shoulders shaking as if overcome by emotion. But inwardly she was watching, calculating. Her grandmother's refusal was expected, but not final, not yet. She had planted the seeds of doubt, and now all she needed was for them to take root. Jenny continued crying uncontrollably, her sobs echoing through the dining room. "Grandma, I'm scared. I need to see if she's okay. What if something terrible has happened to her?" Her father stepped in, his voice steady yet concerned. "Sweetheart, it's not that we don't want you to see her, but hospitals aren't safe if you visit them repeatedly. You could get sick yourself." Jenny's cries didn't falter, her tears intensifying with each passing second. Her sobbing created a palpable tension in the room, and her father's reasoning seemed to crumble against the storm of her emotions. The grandmother couldn't bear it anymore. She pressed her forehead, exhaling heavily as she interrupted her son. "She'll go if she wants to," the old woman declared, her tone resolute. Jenny is our little princess and she gets whatever she desires. Jenny's cries softened, her breaths hitching as she struggled to regain composure. Inside, however, her mind was celebrating. Got you, she thought triumphantly, hiding the sly grin that threatened to betray her. Can I go now, Grandma? Jenny asked, her voice trembling as she gasped for air. Her grandmother hesitated, looking at her intently. No, darling, she replied firmly. I'll let you go, but only after breakfast. The only thing you can do for Grandma right now is eat and stay healthy. Jenny nodded begrudgingly, wiping her tear-streaked cheeks as she prepared herself for the next step in her plan. Breakfast dragged on, every bite reminding her of the prize she was about to claim. Her thoughts churned with anticipation, dark and deliberate. After the meal, they were finally on their way to the hospital. Jenny sat quietly in the car, her outward demeanor somber, but her mind racing with sinister thoughts. She wasn't with her grandmother now, and that meant freedom to act. The hospital visit wasn't just about checking on the girl's mother. It was about what Jenny intended to do next to bring the little girl home. Her plan was unfolding perfectly. Inside the hospital room, the sight was heartbreaking. The little girl lay beside her mother, curled up in her shabby clothes. The only warmth she had was a thin hospital blanket draped over her frail figure. Jenny's family fell silent, their hearts heavy as they absorbed the scene. At such a young age, the girl was enduring things no child should ever face. Instead of the comfort of a cozy home, she was here, keeping vigil by her sick mother's bedside. Jenny's father tried to comfort her. See, sweetheart, the little girl isn't crying. That means her mother is okay, doesn't it? But before he could finish his thought, Jenny bolted, her sudden movement startling everyone. Her parents called after her, their voices filled with concern as they rushed to follow. In the hospital room, the little girl looked up, her eyes wide with surprise. It was the same people who had helped her and her mother the day before. Their presence was unexpected, but her expression held a flicker of hope. How will the devil girl play her cards? Stay tuned for more. Just a favor to ask. Please like. A comment gives me more energy to continue posting. And subscribe. Tell me whatever you think. It's an episode-based story, so tell me what you want to come next.